Hey everyone, Time for Coffee here. Today we're going to be making a glazed salmon rice bowl with the small stir fry on the side. The glaze will be a soy sauce, rice vinegar, orange, brown sugar to make sort of like a teriyaki sauce. So what we're going to do first here is prepare our little marinade, because the fish is going to sit in the marinade for about 20 or 30 minutes. So let's get started here. So what we're going to do first is take a rasp or a box grater with the small grate on it. So we're going to get some of the orange zest off of it. I want to get maybe, I don't know, a teaspoon and a half, depending on how much orange flavor you like. So that, take a look here. That looks like it should do it. So here we've got our tablespoon and a half of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and our teaspoon of orange zest that we just grated there. Next, what we're going to want to do is get some of the orange juice. So let's take half that orange and juice it, and then we're going to combine those ingredients into a Ziploc bag and place our fish inside. Okay, so we've juiced our half orange. And so what we're going to do is take all of those ingredients and just put them inside this Ziploc bag here that I've got in a bowl. You never know if these things are going to leak. Dump our rice vinegar in, our soy sauce, our brown sugar, whoop, missed there, and our orange juice and orange zest. I'll grab that brown sugar there in just a second. So what we want to do is now we're going to take our salmon here, and we're going to put that in the bag as well. Okay, so we've got our fish in our bag. We've squished it up a little bit to mix the ingredients around. So we're going to put it in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes just to marinate for a while. Okay, so next we're going to start on our rice. We have a good quality Japanese short grain rice, and I don't care what the bag says. You need to wash this stuff, and then you need to let it soak for, I don't know, about 10 to 15 minutes. So get a fine mesh strainer and then just wash it with some cold water here. Get your hand through it. Just rinse it off for a little bit. That should be good enough. What you want to do now is take your rice and put it in your rice cooker. Now if you don't have a rice cooker, I highly recommend getting one to make sticky rice. It just makes your life all that much easier. You just set it and forget it until it's done, and it's super simple. It's even got like markings inside to know like where you need to fill the water up to. Right now we're not going to pay too much attention to that because we want to just soak it for about 10 minutes. We're going to strain it, and then we're going to actually measure out the correct volume of water. What we normally do with the Japanese sticky rice is 1 cup rice to 1 1/3 cup water. Okay, while the fish is marinating and the rice is soaking, I've gone ahead and cut up our vegetables for our small stir fry. Now I've got some green peppers, some carrots, some celery, onion. We got a clove of garlic here and about a teaspoon or so of ginger. We got our broccoli, and this is our small stir fry sauce. So it's about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of chicken stock, a half teaspoon of sugar, half teaspoon of sesame oil, and a teaspoon of soy sauce. Okay, we're going to drain our rice now. It's soaked for long enough. So just throw it into the fine mesh strainer again. Just get rid of all that excess water. And take your rice, put it back into your rice cooker, and then we want to add a cup and a 1/3 cup of water. That should do it. Alright. Alright, so we've put it back into our rice cooker here. We'll slap the lid on and we'll hit the power. We'll probably want to let it sit for an additional 10 to 15 minutes after the switch is flipped, just to let it steam the rest of the way. Alright, so we're preheating a cast iron pan. Now you'll want to use cast iron or stainless steel because we're going to be putting the fish in the oven. So we've got the oven preheating to about 350. So we've got this pan hot. We want to take our fish. We want to get a good sear on both sides. So we're taking the fish out of marinade and we're going to discard that marinade. We'll let this go for about 3 minutes and then turn it over. Okay, we're looking pretty good here, so we want to get the salmon flipped over and then put into the oven. So it's going to do its sear on its other side. We're going to give that 15 minutes or so, and we're also going to stir fry up our veggies here. We'll probably start that with maybe 5 minutes left to go on the fish. Okay, our rice is clicked off, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the lid off here and give it a little stir with our paddle. Then we're going to cover it back up and let it sit for another 10 minutes. Okay, so you'll want to get a frying pan with about a teaspoon of vegetable oil and get that heated up nice and high. You can use a frying pan or a wok, and what I like to do is try to get the more dense vegetables going first. So I'm going to put the carrots and the broccoli in. We're going to let that go for about a minute, then we're going to add the rest. Okay, so now we're ready to throw our celery and onions and peppers in. And we're also going to put in our ginger and garlic. Okay, so when your onions start to go a little translucent, you want to add your sauce. And stir it around until it thickens up. And then remove from the heat. Alright, we're ready to go. Okay, our salmon is ready to go. I've got it out of the oven, and I flaked off a little bit of the other piece just to make sure that it was cooked through. So now we're going to plate. Alright, there you have it. This is our glazed salmon rice bowl with a side of stir fry. I've put some black and white sesame seeds on top there just for a little garnish. Hope everybody enjoyed this video, and bon appetit!